Greetings everyone. My voice is low because I'm in this shock. I just There was a development on my live stream uh, on the another channel, YouTube channel one of mine, Zara Berserk, Extra Truth Seeker One. So this video I recently uploaded here. Um, what happened on that is that I was looking for an ayat that would say a curse on about a curse on liars, right? So I Dhariyat, I gave that in my video, different translations. I found Dr. Ghali's translation also from myislam.org. Uh, so it came to my attention when I looked at this ayat from Quran.com. In Arabic, Surah Dhariyat ayat 10, it says, "Cursed be the liars." But word by word here, transliteration and English translation of this ayat, not by any other, but you know what this means, qutila from this Quran ayat, Arabic word. It does not mean cursed. So there was a development. I saw it in I realized in my previous live stream on my first channel, destroyed the various translations of this ayat. And if you are not Arabic speaking and English speaking or Urdu speaking, and you don't know the Arabic word properly, uh, then you would get mixed up translations like cursed. You could believe in, you know, lan rather than kill. So I checked through Dr. Khali's translation. Um, Slain be the falsifiers or the liars, as it is his translation, but I remember the slain part of this ayat, translation by Dr. Khali. Happy New Year, ma'am. Happy New Year, Bapu. Thank you so much for your uh, compliments, your comment on my video I uploaded here recently. Even did you see the edited one? So, Happy New Year, Namaste. Thank you so much for the hearts and all this. Happy New Year to you and your family members. Best wishes and blessings for a wonderful new year. So, thank you so much again for the comment under the video I previously uploaded, recently uploaded. So, do you follow me, Bapu, on my first channel? Because this I've kept as a backup channel now. I don't come here live streaming. Mostly on that channel, which has 401 subscribers. So I would invite you to subscribe to that channel. First one, Zahra Berserk, Truth Seeker, XGR Truth Seeker 1. Thank you so much. Okay, so I've come to explain this 50 Surah Zariyat 51 chapter of the Quran, verse 10. Destroyed are the misinformers. So I've had quite a hard time with this Muslim to show the Muslims and whether they can then help us see this. But I couldn't find many Muslim helpers for me to see the truth. And do you know the consequences of this lying and misinforming people? It's not a curse like some Muslims might think, as the Muslim translators have put also. But Kotila word I found, I was trying to search for it in various ayats that I remembered, but I had forgotten this other ayat. So I went to Surah Azab ayat 61, and then I went to Surah Abasa ayat. So Lan would be cursed. And the true meaning, I went to Surah Baqarah at 161. So it's lan. Lan is curse. Lanat is curse, right? But do you see the word here in Surah Dhariyat? Does it focus? Yeah, ma'am, I do follow you. Now I'm traveling, so can't chat. It's okay. Thank you so much. Hope you can see the honesty here and correcting. I mean, exposing the lies Islam. And do you see like severe punishments? It's extreme. Like when I came across this ayat saying that, no, no, it says destroyed are the misinformers, and Dr. Ghali's translation is slain. So, slain be the liars or falsifiers or misinformers. You see? This is extreme case in Islam. And so, what are the consequences of misinforming people in Islam, right? Accursed are there, but actually, this verse says killed. And then I got really scared, and no Muslim to help me on this. So, no, actually, Bapu, you just joined me on that channel one on YouTube. So I want you to see my live streams. I come there mostly with the live streams and hardly here. So I would really appreciate it and be honored if you come and watch those live streams of mine on that channel one, Zara Berserk channel, ex Shia Truth Seeker 1. Okay, so, and bon voyage, have a safe traveling, travel safely. All the best to you. Hope you enjoy your traveling. Okay, so now we come to Surah Isra. Do you see the consequences of this? I mean, the strict punishments. And then I have proven Prophet Muhammad and his Allah in the Quran through Quran ayahs that there are contradictions. You can see the live streams on my first channel on YouTube here, and very simple contradictions. So, who has misinformed whom? And who has been the liar? That is what we are exposing, the ex Muslims and I here, and the true ex Muslims. We've been given such a hard time. The Muslims would not appreciate it, won't even help us, cooperate. This is for truth, not my religion, my thing, my truth. It's not an ego thing. It is for justice so that eventually justice can be done. But justice will not be done, however, how shall I say it? That justice can at least we can speak about it, right? But justice, 1400 years since the Quran was written down, this has happened, and now we've got this. So through Surah Isra, ayat, 33, let me just get to this. Qutila, killed. It means killed, not cursed. There, the meaning of the word changes, the word remains the same. Would you say that? And if that happens, that the meanings of the words are changing, of the same word changing, uh, then how can you blame the ayats, blaming the Ahle Kitab for changing the words by the mouths of the Holy Scriptures, right? And these strict punishments, if to misinform, it's not even a curse or cursed be they, but it's killed. So I found out from Surah Isra 33. this part, killed, qutila, except, so let me just read the whole ayat, and do not kill the soul which Allah has forbidden. Okay, before I forget, I'm reading this part, the Quran verses down here. This is called translation word by word of the Quran without any Sahih International, any other translator, but word by word. And word by word here in Quran.com has given for qutila is killed. So, okay, let me start again the ayat. And do not kill the soul which Allah has forbidden, except by right, and whoever is killed wrongfully, mazluman, verily we have made for his heir an authority, but not he should exceed in the killing, he indeed is helped. Okay? He should exceed in the killing, he indeed is helped. Okay, so our part here is that we need this word qutla, and I've been a nervous wreck, startled, and many things. So this word put English translation is killed here, qutla, and in Surah, okay, Surah 17:33 verse, and here Surah Dhariyat, the same word, qutla, word by word translation of the Quran ayat in English is put cursed be the liar. So if the screen is not focusing, what you can do is open this ayat in Quran.com. In the settings, you can put the English transliteration, word by word, of the Quran ayat or translation, and this is how it will give you here. Show you word by word English translation of the Quran, Arabic ayat. Okay? Qutila, same word used, qutila. Same way.
قُتِلَ.
Sorry, just mind your ears because this tapping here is louder than my when I speak. So, qutila, cursed be the liars. It says cursed. It doesn't say killed. Killed be the liars. Khara, kharasuna, kharasuna, the liars. And if you read various translations, you can be misled. So what I had to do is put qutila, Quran ayat, and it gave me from corpus.quran.com, I think, not org. It gave me this Surah Isra, verse 33, the same word. So thanks to Quran.corp. Oh, sorry, corpus.quran.com, I think. That's on my other tab. I cannot show it here. But here, the Isra again. I can barely speak because I've already done a live stream just previously earlier on my first channel. Can you? But I have to. Here, do you remember the video I uploaded here about the contradiction in the Quran? A very simple contradiction. You cannot miss this contradiction. Surah Mujadila ayat 2 and Surah Ahzab ayat 6. I had not even mentioned the other ayats of Surah Ahzab, which say about the adopted son and zihar to wives, when you divorce your wives, when they used to divorce their wives and all. and what Allah speaks the truth and all this. I had to do mental gymnastics on that earlier on, much earlier. So I'd already done that, and then some Muslim asked me on my first channel if I could show him one contradiction in the Quran ayat, right? So I showed him, and so he said, okay, he seems like a contradiction. And I thought that was really cooperative after such a long time. But there are other contradictions. Anyways, the simple contradiction I showed, and then in my video I put this Surah Dhariyat ayat that accursed, cursed, all these translations, Dr. Ghali slain, be the liars. So then, that's how it started with the Surah Dhariyat ayats. And then recently I realized, oh my God, it's not cursed, be the liars. It's what Dr. Ghali had put slain, be the liars. And so Qutila, same,
Utila.
yeah, Qutila, same word is used and it says killed here, is killed. In the translation, word by word here, in the ayat, Arabic, word by word, English translation, killed. But there it's even this, like no one's translation, but the translation word by word of the ayat, killed. And there, cursed. Do you see? So the strict punishments, extreme, like, you can, okay, misinformation at what level? Maybe someone's made a mistake, but now if okay, someone's made a mistake, do you see maybe someone's made a mistake? So do not kill any person, the life, okay. Qutila, same word. Here it says killed, but there, word by word, Arabic, English translation, I don't know how to put it. Cursed be,
Utila.
same word. Sorry, mind your, I didn't mind my ears. I have headphones on. Qutila. And here it says word by word, cursed be. You see how much misleading? And those who are very strict about this, those who even know Arabic and mete out punishments. If I give wrong information in a Muslim country that is very strict on these laws and Sharia, the Sharia, Islamic Sharia meaning, because I say their Sharia because Muslim countries, Islamic countries. So, what would be my end? Do you realize that if we didn't have this social media, how it would be impossible or next to impossible to share that this was a false prophet and a false religion. This is a false religion. And Prophet Muhammad was a false prophet. How difficult it would be. And then with my health, and then on top, the psychological of religious crisis effect, psychological effect on me. It takes a toll on me physically also. Addition to my condition, and the true ex-Muslim showing you. So a sword would be on our heads, and people with the different dispositions, in Islam also, could come after us and just kill us. This is what it says: kill. And they couldn't see that Prophet Muhammad is a false prophet. Even now, I don't know how many are still stuck on that Islam, and they would put it on Islamophobia, phobes, or apostates. We are apostates. There must be something wrong with you in your life that you went against Islam. They would not see through the Quran ayats I'm showing them mostly. And when it's absolutely necessary, like in Surah Azab ayat, about Zayd and Zainab, I go to the Shia commentaries to completely explain everything. So that, because, Surah 60, Ayat 60 comes in same Surah, Azab, that the diseased hearts, hypocrites, and the uh, rumor mongers, find them, seize them, accursed, find them, seize them, and slay them with a complete slaying, like murdering, massacring them. So, why these people, or in Surah Hashar, why did these people split or oppose Allah and the Messenger? We are told their houses broken, they were expelled from Yathrib, and the trees were cut down. What does the ayat say uh, and what the tafsir says? The ayat says about the cutting down of the trees that we wanted to, these defiantly disobedient people, we wanted to, or what was it? Yeah, we wanted to humiliate, disgrace. And the tafsir says that they did it for this siege. They had to cut down the trees for the siege. So difference between the tafsir and the Quran ayat itself, saying that we wanted to disgrace them. So maybe if you can put together, I mean, if for the siege was that they were being disgraced, that the trees were being cut down, palm trees. You can, somehow connect that to the Quran ayat. But I think it was purely to disgrace them. Or maybe you would say the effect, I mean, that was the cause was to humiliate them, and the siege to get them. That's why, to cut down the trees, they would be disgraced completely also. Something like this, I don't know. And the person asking, a Muslim, asking me questions and saying, okay, he agreed. Then today he didn't agree. He said, I'm following, trying to follow. So I don't know whether it's for his safety or what, right? If he's safe. Maybe he's scared to say I agree with you again. Because I have his screenshots and I lost the live chat on that for that live stream. So maybe he's scared. You see how people are scared. You don't have the freedom in this religion to even think for yourselves or search. God should have given you something inside. For you to recognize the truth outside, you needed something from inside. Even to recognize the messenger outside, a messenger of God, you need to know, you have to have something inside, right? How can you trust in the outside? Well, okay, they showed you miracles, this and that. Miracles can happen. Now we know in Christianity, every religion, even Hinduism, miracles can happen in every dharma. Even a single person who believes in God, like Jesus Christ has said, if your faith is as much as a mustard seed, what did he say, the whole saying? If you call this tree will move and come to you. Mulberry tree or something like this. Right? So the faith in you brings about the miracle. So having a messenger who gives you miracles is not enough. You need something more. Excuse me. You need something more. We need something more. So here, and killed. And some of the translators don't even recognize that it's killed. Killed be the liars. Killed be the liars. Not cursed. He's trying to kill people and telling us that he's doing it on justice. That his Allah is true, the unseen. He's exploited the one divinity, one power, or beyond the power, the source of every power. God knows, the most powerful, let's say, that way, right? The source of all good. He's taking a great advantage and against the idol worshippers, like, the falsehood, this. So he could have just, but you see, he could have just killed them by this verse, using this verse. Allah killed them. But they had to say in Surah Tawbah that they broke the pact also and they do not respect ties of kinship or, what, ties, previous ties or what ties. But you see, I mean, that's another thing. You see now, in his religion, Surah Tawbah at 23 and 24, that you can't even love uh, someone, and they're called zalim. If you believers do that, you've lost the belief. You've become zalim and you've become fasiq, defiantly disobedient. So Surah Tawbah, ayat 23. I hardly come here, so I'm just have to go there to show you. I've done this in my first live stream, right? Believers, do not take your fathers and your brothers for your allies if they choose unbelief in preference to belief. Where have you respected ties? So those are just sham reasons. This is verse 23 of Surah Tawbah, and you can Islamic Study Info. Thank you, Quran.com. There, because it has, I've kept transliteration and all. It gives us this facility. Thank you so much. To correct ourselves, to see what word Arabic, and to find the right Arabic word. Quran, from Quran ayats. O you who believe, do not take your fathers and your brothers as allies if they prefer the disbelief over the belief, and whoever takes them as allies among you, then those they are the zalimun, wrongdoers, zalimun. So where has he um, respected ties? And he blames, his Allah blames the policies of breaking pacts, treaties. And in Surah Hashar, then the Muslims tell me that you're reading out of context. It was fair, justifiable to break the houses of those people of Yathrib, and the believers also breaking their houses, expelling them from their city when he should have left himself. It wasn't his city. If his life is in danger, like he did in Makkah, we are told in the history books, right? Or tafsirs, they expelled you where they expel you. Surah Mumtahana, okay. Makkans expelled you, idol worshippers expelled you. you can do the same. Then you can fight against them to get your rights back. Oh, you have believed, do not take your father's, this 23. And also, look at this. Say, O Muhammad, if your fathers, your sons, your brothers, your wives, your relatives, wealth, which you have obtained, uh, commerce wherein you fear decline, and dwellings with which you are pleased are more beloved to you than Allah and His Messenger, and jihad, striving in His cause, then wait until Allah executes His command. And Allah does not guide the defiantly disobedient people. Meaning, if you do this, you become defiantly disobedient, fasiqeen. And this is what is called in Surah Hashar the Yathrib people, defiantly disobedient. But you know who's breaking the houses? They didn't break any houses of the Muslims, but they say they attempted a assassination on Prophet Muhammad and it failed. So he should leave that place. But don't you see the Quran ayahs are saying it's a very cleverly put, and he's the terrorist. His Allah is the terrorist, terrorizing them, putting terror in their hearts. So they would, we are told. And this is all one sided, doesn't come from another side. How can I believe in a book that comes from one side and not the other side? When in about Dawood, we are told when the brothers came to Dawood about the problem, brothers, and he listened, brother, oh God, brothers. Let me just search it like this and see if I can get that. Came to Dawood, Hazrat Dawood. Quran ayat. Surah Hud or where? Surah Sad. The parable said that his brother had 99 youths and he had only one youth, which he was demanding from him. From, can I get the ayat? Air. Is this Surah Sad? I don't know. Surah Sad. Prophet Daud heard the complaint, and at once he said that the man demanding the only sheep his brother possessed was being unjust. Muslim Villa. Surah Sad ayats 21 to 26. Test for Prophet Dawood, David. Huh? Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Oh, so this is an explanation. Zainab underscore M. Sorry. So let me see two verses. Surah Sad, I'm quite, but I have to. Surah Sad, oops, there we go again. This is really great. I have to just, oh God, let me see. Why isn't it working? Surah Sad. So you see, getting it from one side, I had to seep through and so much mushkilat, but I did it. You know, and so many obstacles and even the shock. I was a Shia, right? And I thought my religion was telling me the truth and nothing but the truth. Oh, don't let me, I cannot explain. Oh, where have I gone now? Acha, images me. It's gone. Oh, no, not go into all. So, Muslims, what if I say, what is this? Videos. All, please. Hazrat Daud, upon listening to one side, one brother. He made a decision and then he repented. God had to correct him. How can you believe in a book that comes from one side? Right? So, has there come to you the news of the adversaries when they climbed over the wall of his prayer chamber? Continue. Sorry, this takes a bit longer, this tab, but I hope the sound is good. Just checking sound. Yeah, it's loud enough and clear. So it's just loading. So you see this point also to be noted that the Quran is from one side and it gives this verse in the Quran. There's come to you the news, and then 22nd ayat, when they entered upon Dawood, David, and he was alarmed by them. Both of them, they said, Fear what? We are two adverse. They said, Fear not, we are two adversaries, one of whom has wronged the other. So judge between us with truth and do not exceed it, and guide us to the sound path. What happened? 23. Indeed, this, my brother, has 99 ewes, and I have one ewe. So he entrust her to me, and he overpowered me in speech. 24 ayat. Daud said he has certainly wronged you in demanding your ewe, in addition to his ewes. And indeed, many associates oppress one another, except for those who believe and do righteous deeds, and few are they. And David became certain that we had tried him, and he asked forgiveness of his Lord, and fell down bowing in prostration, and turned in repentance to Allah. Let me see footnote. For his errors, such as fear and suspicion of the two men at the outset, Ajah, any mistake in judgment he might have made, concealed feelings of partiality, etc. You see? But also, I would add that he listened to the one brother was talking, and I gathered from earlier on, many years back, that I thought the mistake was that he didn't listen to the other brother, didn't wait to listen to the other brother, although both brothers are with him, I can see now here, and by reading this, both brothers were present there with Dawood. But he listened to one brother and he came on judgment. But here it says he, such as fear, so he feared also that point, and suspicion of the two men at the outset, any mistake in judgment he might have made, concealed feelings of partiality, etc. So, concealed feelings of partiality would be that he listened to one brother even though the other brother was present there, like that, right? So, how can a book like this be true since it comes from the messenger and Allah, and none of the Makkans, idol worshippers survived? He killed them, he asked them to leave, he expelled them from Makkah. Surah Tawbah, you can see what he did to the idol worshippers in the end, right? And Surah Hashar, you can see what he did to the some people, uh, tribe of Yathrib. I mean, if you read in context, it's the Bani Qurayza tribe. So we forgave him that indeed for him is nearness to us and a good place of return. So Prophet Dawood was tried here, and he failed in the beginning and repented. You see? So, and then we're told Prophet Muhammad also made a mistake by practicing a pagan Arab idol worshipping custom of adopting sons in Surah Azab, verse 4, 5, 6. But which one, which verse? The 4 says he made a mistake, or fifth one? So you can have a look at that one. And then Surah Azab, verse 37 also. And then Surah Tahrim, ayat 1. God asks him, why have you forbidden what Allah has made lawful for you, O Prophet, seeking to please thy wives? But Allah is of forgiving, merciful. And you are protected from the oaths that you break. I mean, you can break the oaths now because Allah has told you it's okay. You made a oath under God knows what. The wives were annoying him under duress. He didn't have another way. He could not separate from his wives then, but God had to, after having taken an oath on Allah and forbidding himself what Allah has made lawful for him, Allah tells him, you made a mistake, okay, but Allah asks him, why? O Prophet, why? Why do you prohibit yourself what Allah has made lawful for you? I mean, I don't think it was an extreme case where he had to. And Allah could have sent a wahi before that, before him doing that, prohibiting himself. And then we have Surah Maida at 87. O believers, do not prohibit the good things which Allah has made lawful for you, and do not transgress. So he's telling the believers on one hand, right, is Allah, and then he has to declare it. O believers, do not prohibit the good things, not even the obligatory things, but the good things that Allah has made lawful for you. That's exactly what he did in Surah Tahrim. And then the Shias might say, oh, that was an extreme case, Surah Maida ayat. You know, in extreme cases, when you don't have any food and you're dying, you can have the what is now haram, if you can find it. So that too, right? This was not an extreme case in Surah Tahrim, Ayat 1. We are told. I mean, whatever we are told in what we are told in Surah Tahrim, Ayat 1, that he had to forbid himself, and the way it's put, it's just doesn't make sense. Allah asking him why. Allah doesn't know why he has or he's now, the minds of people, believers, he's brainwashed. And so, sorry, I'm not misinforming anyone. I'm honest person, and I want to reveal the lies here, and the terrorism, and the extreme strict punishments. And I saw that seeping through the Quran ayats, I've seen there are contradictions in the Quran ayats. Surah Mujadala ayat 2, very obvious one. Then, I mean, maybe the Sunnis say that he was a pagan in Surah Azab, so he made a mistake. Shias don't say this. So, calling out to Shias, why did he make a mistake there? Isn't he God conscious? Surah Najm ayats, he does not speak out of his own desire. So, there the Sunnis will not listen. Okay, so we take the Sunnis to Surah Tahrim ayat. Then I took a Sunni to this ayat, Surah Mujadala ayat 2, and Surah Azab ayat 6. And I didn't even mention the earlier ayats that Allah speaks the truth. So, showing you a very simple, obvious contradiction. So, if you would cooperate, because you see a lot is at stake here. Okay? Thank you. So, see this, it is misinform if you lie in extreme cases or what? No, no, just lie. Liars, okay, are cursed. Misinformers. Sahi puts misinformers. Let me see the footnote here. Or may they be destroyed or cursed. See? Or you're not even sure about the Quran ayats. And the Shias that are sure by coming from Imams, Imam Ali, he's the explainer of the Quran ayats. None can touch this save the pure. They say angels. It's about angels. Surah Waqia ayat. But the Quran is with Ali and Ali is with the Quran. Dr. Iqbal, Allama Iqbal also said, oh, what did he say? That, he's Imam Ali is a great expounder of the Quran ayats, meaning, in other words. Or was that a saying from? And Sunnis won't agree that this was from Dr. Allama Iqbal. So many things. So who is misinforming us, the Sunnis or the Shias? Or why is there this conflict about what is true Islam between the Shias and the Sunnis? So I went to comb that out, try to find that out, and then I came to the thing that this is a false religion. And so please don't have the sword on me, hanging on me. Oh, reason, oh, people of reason. So you must use reason also. Surah Hud ayat 100, Surah Yunus ayat 100. Surah Yunus ayat 100. Those who do not use their akal, intellect, or reason, Allah will put abomination on them. Nijis, make you nijis. If you do not use reason, so what are you using here in the Quran ayat, right? When I'm giving it to you, what are you using? First and foremost, you should use reason, then hikmat, wisdom will come. But first and foremost, you must also use reason. And if a reasonable man sees, or a woman, that this has, and of course, the another point, women, two women are equal to one man. No, no, two women are equal to one man in witnesses also, right? So who's going to listen to a woman telling you that this Islam is wrong and showing you the Quran ayats? Deficient in intellect. Imam Ali's sermon 80, and it only explains the Quran ayats. Why are women deficient in intellect? Why this and why that? So who would have, this was next to impossible or just impossible if I was not, if I was not protected and haven't been killed as yet. Also, this point to be noted, thanks to those saving me and saving my life for the sake of truth and justice, and also study maybe they're giving me time. I'm uh, I don't know if I'll be exiled or what, but or I'm exiled or what. But I really cannot get up because it's had a toll on me. This thing, it's quite shocking. So I'll take rest now. Thank you so much. Just see what consequences, and your own translators don't know for sure. Quran.com. Sunni translators don't know for sure. Destroyed are the misinformers, or may they be destroyed or cursed. It's the same thing for them. But it says killed. In Qotila is not cursed. So would you change the meanings of the Quran ayats now? Words? Sorry. Would you change the meanings of the words? You cannot afford to do this because you have blamed someone harshly. And when you convey a message, it has to be accurate and there has to be someone with this message, like Prophet Muhammad. So the Shias say they're imams, but the last imam is in hiding, in occultation. There's an Ismaili imam. So the misinformers are cursed. Quran ayat itself is saying word by word in English translation. And then Qutila's meaning here is killed. Is killed. So killed are the, you know, be killed. Killed, be the misinformers, liars, or falsehood mongers, sayers. So this, please have a look at this, ayat 33 of Surah Isra, 17 Surah of the Quran. So you have such strict, extreme. I mean, when I found this, it was in my live stream. I was like, oh my God, this is getting extreme. This is extreme. Calling fasik the believers. You know now what development in Islam in Surah Tawbah. So in Medina ayats and Makkah ayats differences are there. Abrogations have come up. Developments have come up. Surah Tawbah at 23 and 24. Now you are called fasiks if you take allies and if more than you love your parents or what more than Allah and the Prophet, you are called zalim or something, fasik. I just cannot get the two ayats together. And remember them? The last part, the two ayats of Surah Tawbah. If you love your relatives, wives, brothers, commerce, dwellings more than Allah and His Messenger, and jihad in His cause. Allah does not guide you become defiantly disobedient people, fasiq. And if you take allies as your brothers, fathers who have not accepted Islam, who are kafir, who have chosen kufr, you become wrongdoers if you take them as helpers, allies. This is extreme cases. This is not good. Look at the Surah Asharais. It makes you kill. And then not all Muslims are, following the religion by the letter. But, emotions are there. And it first gets to your emotions, sentiments, doesn't it? Then your akal. So, what would a reasonable man do? It doesn't even say for a reasonable man here. A reasonable man would take it easy, think about it, cool down. It's not the end of the world. Do not kill for Prophet Muhammad, or but you get just body. I'm going to go kill the cartoonist wherever he is in Sweden, stab all the people there, anyone I get there in the building. Khomeini, what he put out that fatwa against Salman Rushdie. Look what happened. Printers were killed, stabbed. Some of them stabbed to death. So this, look at the consequences of this. This is not a reasonable man's religion. And anyways, if you don't hold on to Islam, it's not like you're going to be ruined. You can be a good person. You can be a good human being, not harm anyone. Although it says if you're not a Muslim, your deeds will be null and void. And you become a kafir anyways. So you'll go to hell. If you oppose Allah, you've already opposed Allah and His Messenger. You've not taken His way, Allah's way. So then what happens is this is extreme case, extremist religion. The Shias, I don't know where they've come from to tell us, religious scholars lying to us, or they brainwashed this, or some of them Sayyids related to Prophet Muhammad's daughter, uh, through his daughter Fatima have come. So for justice, we thought this religion was Shia Islam, And it's turned out to be completely opposite of what we were told since I started my research on my own. And online, we have free Quran.com. Thank you so much. I cannot thank them enough. The free Qurans online, the free websites, Islamic websites online that we can check now like this and find out the truth against my own religion. That was my former religion, Islam, Shia Islam. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Bapu, for being here again. Happy New Year. God bless you and your family members much always, and have a wonderful New Year.